now we're going to go over to Evelyn Elliott, and she's going to share some good news from the week. So thank you to all of you who shared the things that were going on in your businesses. We set up a Zoom call. I got to know her. She got to know me. We tried some products virtually. And at the end, she said, "This is great. I want to give it a try." I so believe that your 20s, although they're the time to be young and fun, it's also the time to build. Whatever season of life you're in, whether you're young like me, or you're a stay-at-home mom, or you're a high-powered career woman looking for something different and fun to try, with Mary Kay, it just fits.
So I chose to become an entrepreneur to combine my passion for empowering women and
Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. I would love to know where you are joining us from, because here in South Dakota, we are expecting anywhere from this much snow to this much snow. So I am Heidi Zeller Crawford, and I get to be your host here today. And we are going to talk about all things Mary Kay tools. So super excited whether you're joining us via Zoom or via YouTube, forget all our sources to join anyway. I would love to know where you're coming from, because, it's just fun to know that we can be anywhere, but we can still be together. So feel free to comment in the chat where you're coming from. And also be sure to tag your consultant, because she's going to want to know you're here so that you get those tickets to get entered in to win prizes. Because, not that we don't want to learn and grow and get great tips, but if there's prizes in it, we don't want to miss out on those too, right? So as you ladies are all jumping on here to join us today, let me do a quick little welcome and intro, and then we'll go ahead and get started, because there might be other things you're going to do today. So I don't want to hold you up. So anyway, I am glad you're here today. We are talking about something that doesn't always get the spotlight, but honestly, it really should. Our tools, our brushes, our compacts and bags, all those little behind the scenes heroes that make you look polished instead of patchy, and effortless instead of frustrating. Because here's the truth. I always thought the makeup brushes were for all the girls who were like Cosmopolitan, Vogue magazines. I know that dates me. For those of you who are a little younger than I am, the influencers out there doing all those things. But really, those tools make us look like the experts, whether that's something we strive for, or just want to get our makeup on and look amazing. So anyway, so it's really about using great products and great tools, and it's about how you apply them and what you apply them with. The right tools can take the exact same amount of product and make it look 10 times better. So if you've ever thought, why does my eyeshadow not look like it does in the tutorial? Believe me, I've said many times, why does my eyeshadow not look like Mary Beth? Trust me, been there, done that. Or maybe you thought, why does my foundation look streaky? Or why does my makeup bag look like a junk drawer? Well, you are in the right place this morning. I am going to walk you through the tools that actually make the difference and matter, and how to use them, how to store them, and a few simple swaps that will instantly elevate your routine. Nothing complicated, nothing intimidating, just some good practical tips that you can start using right away today. Or maybe you need to wait a few days because you're going to have to get those tools from your consultant. But she's got you covered, because we are faster than Amazon Prime. We can just deliver it right over there on our way to anywhere, or pop it in the mail to you as well. So, and of course, we're going to keep it fun. This isn't meant to be like a lecture. So if you have questions, pop them in the chat. Mary Beth is joining us live, as well as other consultants that can help answer those as we go, so you don't have to wait and wondering. It's more like girlfriends just sitting around the table, just talking. So grab your coffee, grab your brushes if you have nearby, so you can walk through this with us, and we're going to dive in. So let me, I made a little sheet for me to follow so I don't forget any of our tools. So the first ones I want to talk about are the foundation tools. And we have 3 different great tools that you can use to put your foundation on with. And trust me, it will make a difference. So when I first started putting foundation on, I used my finger back in the day. I mean, they're always with me. I never lost them. And I would get it on and it was fine. It was all I knew. But when I was introduced to the foundation tools to put them on, I realized that I wasn't transferring as much bacteria and oil and residue from my fingers, which is really important for those of you more oily prone out there. Not quite as a big a deal breaker for us dry skin people, but nonetheless, we all still want that same great polished finish, right? So as I'm talking about these 3 foundation tools, I would love to know in the comments if you're using one of them, or if you're not using one of them, which would be your first one, and I'll describe them all for you. So first we have the foundation, the brush, and this is going to give you great control over the application of your favorite formulas, and you can put your foundation on. I love to squirt my foundation on the back of my hand and then dab into it so I don't have so much foundation seeking into the base of my brush. But there's no right or wrong. You can squirt it right on your brush as well. And you can then, when you're putting your foundation on, I like to do dots around my face and then do small circular motions to get that product where it needs to be. So there's the liquid foundation brush. Amazing. It's got synthetic bristles that's going to hold the perfect amount of formula, ranging from our liquid to our creamy formulas. Any of those all work well. And that angled flat top allows you to have foundation application and get it directly right where you would need it, and those hard to reach area of the faces. But we don't want to be left out, because when I think of hard to reach places in my face, sometimes I'm thinking of that corner in my eye area. Mm-hmm. I grabbed a brand new blending sponge and I didn't realize that it wasn't opened here, because you guys don't want to see my blending sponge. So it's this one. It's versatile. It's a reusable tool that can help you achieve a flawless finish. And it features an easy to grip. Let me see if I can get the shape here for you ladies. Ergonomical custom dual edges. It's perfect for precision application and blending our liquid foundations and even using it with concealer and under eye corrector. It has a flat end, perfect for blending larger areas, so you can tap it on your cheek area. And the pointed design is for those hard to reach areas, such as under the eyes. Oh, I have my blue lenses on. I guess I probably don't need those on. And you can tap in here. A unique open cell structure is designed to allow the sponge to absorb water and less product. So when you're done, you can run it under the water and squish it out like this, and set it out to dry for daily use. And then of course, when you're doing your more deep cleaning, cleansing products, you can make sure that gets into your brush cleaning routine. And then, so that's the first 2. Now I'm saved what I consider the best for last, and I don't want to sway you at all. This is just my very, 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 very personal favorite. This is what a brand new blending brush looks like. And I always describe this as if you took the perfect sponge and the perfect brush and they got married and had a baby, this is what you would have. And so I squirt my foundation on the back of my hand, tap through it, tap my cheeks, forehead, nose, chin, and then I do soft little circles to blend everything out. And then I get more and reapply like that. So I just love this. I can't say enough about this brush. It is everything I've ever wanted in a brush and more. Gosh, boy. If you don't already love it, I think you're going to for sure now. Now I want to show you a trick for storing this. So here is my brush. This is a claw toothbrush holder. So I just clip it around there so I can store this in my makeup bag so it doesn't get everywhere if I don't have time to clean it or if I'm traveling. So this is the toothbrush section, and I send this through the dishwasher every now and then. And then every 3 months, we're supposed to change out our mascara because of all that bacteria in there and stuff. I also change out my toothbrush, and as well as my toothbrush cover on my toothbrush and my foundation brush as well. So you always get more than you expect when I'm teaching something. You get a little behind the scenes of how I operate and how things grow. So let's get to the next thing now. So those are our foundation tools. Now let's talk about our brush collection. And the essential brush collection includes 5 high quality, precisely shaped brushes, which are ideal for creating a range of looks packed in stylish, portable clutch. So when you get all 5 of them at one time, you get this complimentary clutch free or it's complimentary, which is free. I guess those are the same words. And not only does it store your brushes in the front, like this, there's a middle here, and you can store stuff in the back. And I grabbed mine just so you can see. You can tuck extra brushes in there, and then I have all my liners and mascaras and such back there for mine. So let's talk about this beautiful collection. Each brush excels at blendability, application, and pickup. They are synthetic bristles and are compatible with liquid, cream, and powder. And the collection includes these 5 that I'm going to talk about, which are the overall or all over powder brush, the cheek brush, an all over eye brush, an eye crease brush, and an eye smudger brush. So those are the 5. So let's start first with the all over eyeshadow brush. This is a medium-sized brush. Its tapered shape helps the brush fit naturally into the eyelids, delicate contours. Its flexible bristles make quick work of blending and helps diffuse out to the edges. And how you would use this is you would sweep the brush across your lightest shade of eyeshadow, and you would tap off the excess, whether you tap like this on the counter or on the side before the application, and you would sweep across your eyelid. So you can also use it to do the highlight on your brow bone when you're putting your color on. So that is the all over eyeshadow brush. The second brush that we have is our crease brush. This is also flexible. It has an angled tip. This brush is designed to fit within the contours and crease of the eyelid and to add a professional dimension to your eye look. And how you would use this brush is you would sweep it across your mid-tone eyeshadow, tapping across the excess, of course, because we don't want that sift before we apply. And then you would start in the outer corner of the eye area and sweep inward along the crease and the eye line, or the lash line. Sorry, misspoke there. And with this, you can also pat or stamp color directly into the crease before blending to help diffuse lines as well. So beautiful brush there. Great, great precision application. Okay, the next brush is our eye smudger brush. And this, here, let me see if there we go again. This is a dense tapered tip. It's designed to help you create detailed accent. It allows you to create a smudge at the lash line and to achieve that coveted smoky look. And it helps add detail in the hard to reach places as well. And how you would use this with your deepest eye color shadow, you would tap this brush into that color and then short sweeping motions to apply from the outer edge of the upper lash line inward. And we always go inward, so we don't get that sift out here. And you would repeat that with the lower lash line if desired. And the brush can also be used to highlight at the inner corner of the eye as well with your lightest shade. But you also want to remember, you want to clean your brush in between usings if you're crossing over from the darker shade to the lighter shade, or it is a-okay to have more than one smudger brush. Absolutely. So, okay. Next up is our blending brush, because just like Dory in that fun, cute movie Nemo, we just want to keep blending, just keep blending. And I love that joke out there that says blending is my cardio. So for all you exercise girls out there, or just want a fun way to say you've been exercising, you can say blending is your cardio. And using the all over eye color brush lightly, you would blend the edges in where the shades meet. Remember, you want large strokes and mix the colors together so they fade more like a rainbow versus a strong line. So that's what you want to do with that brush. The next brush, so once you have your eyes done, we want to talk about the cream color brush. So cream color brush blends cream formulas into the areas of your face that are the trickiest. And our new cream eyeshadow sticks go on so effortlessly. You don't need nearly as much blending as you did in the past, but sometimes you just need that little extra touch. So you can still use these with our cream eyeshadow sticks that just came out. I think it was last quarter, if I have my dates in my head right. And so anyway, but this is made with a different material. So that's why you can use it with the cream eye color, as well as the concealer and the under eye corrector. And this is where you go for the trickiest places to reach. And you would apply this with natural like a fingertip like finish, and it works with all those. And so what I like to do when I'm doing my under eye corrector concealer, I put it on the back of my hand and I tap in, and then I do light tapping. So I have little polka dots, and then I blend them together. Using that flat side can help you get really precise area, and then it's got a nice tip so you can use it for dual purpose. It is also excellent at contouring. So if you wanted to get into a contouring look, and if you're like, I've always wanted to, but didn't want to know, drop it in the comments, tag your consultant so she can get you to her next contouring class. But we can talk about why we're using the diamond effect and the T effect, or in these marionette lines and in those shadowy areas. Maybe you have a pronounced chin dimple, and we can fix all of that for you. So that is what that is for. Now, when you're using any of your brushes, you also want to remember that keeping them clean when you go from one product to another is very important. And so if you're not somebody who has the time or wants to take the time to clean them as regularly, be sure you have multiple brushes. So that will save you some time and sanity, if I might add. Okay, the next brush we have is our beautiful brow brush. And this is an eyebrow and a brow liner brush. And so one side has the spoolie on it. That's the official word if you ever want to know that. And the other side has our angled on there. And this will help tame your brows, fill in sparse areas, as well as a precision eyeliner. So you could use this side to get wet and use another eyeshadow color to make a more structured eyeliner line in case you want to step up your game in your eyeliner colors. And with the wired spoolie on one end, this end here, it's nice and firm, and you can comb those brows into place. And the angled brush on the other side will give you can edge in and comb in colors in your brows as well until the product is perfectly placed. So you get a lot more control, and in comparison to maybe using a sponge tip or other things you might have used. So if you want to use the eyeshadow colors that we have to get your eyebrows more pronounced, this is a great way to do that. But we also have a great product called Brow Tint that has the color built in a liquid. It is phenomenal. Trust us, trust your consultant when we say, if you have a tool that you think you like but want to tweak it a little bit, we have an answer for you. So when you're using this brush, the angled brush, dip it into your matte eyeshadow that blends with your brow color, or if you want to pronounce a little different color, you can do that. And then you just always tap off the excess, even with these brushes, just so you don't get too much when you first touch that first area. So a little extra, it's always easier to add more than it is to try to take away, is what I like to say. So that's why I'm always tipping and tapping in those areas. Okay. I think that covers. I have kind of a system here, if you could see my mess, where I'm moving all of my brushes and tools from one side to the other, so I don't forget about talking about these tools. So, okay. Next, we want to talk about our cheek brush. And this is a multitasker. This is a 3-in-1 shape designed to help you enhance and sculpt and highlight your cheekbones without leaving harsh lines. We just wanted to fade like a rainbow. And how you would use this is you would apply to the apples of your cheek using the angled side of the brush, and then use the long tapered end for a more contour look and the shorter edge for a more precision look when you're applying highlighter. And there's even a comfort fit place so you know exactly where to put your thumb when you're working with these areas. And I like to teach a squishing technique when I'm doing contouring so the color can be more precise where you put it. So that is our wonderful cheek color brush. And then we also have the all over powder brush, and you can use this in a couple different ways. You can use this for our silky setting powder. You can use it for our translucent powder. You can also use it for an all over bronzing look with our new bronzers, which I'm going to talk about. You'll see when I open up my compact in a little bit here. We're going to talk about that. But this is a full plush domed bristles that are designed to help pick up and evenly distribute just the right amount of product on your face. And when I load this up, tap in, and then I tap down again, and you sweep across your whole face. I like to dust down to get all the fine hairs in my face going the same direction. And then I will sweep in circular motions in desired areas, especially if I'm doing the bronzing area or contouring and stuff like that. You can use this for setting your foundation, blending your foundation, or touch-ups too. And some of you might even use this to put on, if you're only using the silky setting powder as your foundation, this would be a brush you definitely want in your toolkit. So, and don't forget, you're going to want to keep your brushes clean. And when you're cleaning your brushes, we have a couple different products that you can use out of our skincare line to clean them. And you always want to let them dry on their side so that the water doesn't drain into the base of your brush. High quality bristles here, drying sideways, water running into your brushes, your handles. We do not want that. So, okay. I think that's all the brushes and the tool. Oh, mask applicator. I had this one on my list as a tool that I wanted to talk about. So in your toolkit, whether you're using the charcoal mask, which is the one we probably see the most residue caught up under our fingernails and stuff, or if you're using our new cream mask or any of our masks, I love this applicator so that you can get the mask exactly where you want it without getting the transference of any products you have on your fingers or getting it stuck under your fingernail bed. You can use this to apply all over your face or to spot treatment. This is a favorite in our house because everybody uses the charcoal mask in our house. So and they all get their own mask applicator so they can put theirs on spots or all over their face. So that is your mask applicator that you can use there. So, okay, let me see. I got to look at my list for the tools. Okay, did all those. Okay, next up, kind of our tool boxes, so to speak. So we have 3 different toolboxes in our arsenal for holding our color cosmetics. We have the Petite Compact, which holds 4 eye colors or 1 cheek color and 1 eye color. And I just sold my last Petite Compact this week, so I don't have another one here. So you're gonna have to just trust me, or you can go to your consultant's website and look for it there. So it's really cute, just like this. Perfect to keep in your purse for touch-ups and things like that. The next compact that we have is the Petite Palette. And this is a beautiful compact that will hold, I have over here a bronzer, and then I have 1 cheek color and 3 eye colors. But you could totally put 6 cheek colors in here. Sorry, I misspoke. 6 eye colors on this side, 2 cheek colors over here. I love that it's buildable. It's magnetic, so you can just pop it out. I keep this one in my travel bag. So when I'm on the go, this is always with me. These are my core colors that I wear. I could put these on in the dark and in my sleep. And then when these run low, then I just get rid of that one, it's empty. And then I grab one out of my everyday compact, the Pro Palette, and then put a new one in here. So my rotation always keeps me never running out in my travel bag and always with the latest colors. With the color palette, so this is what I have. So these are all of our eye colors and cheek colors, and you can build them in different directions. They're magnetic, so they don't fall out. And then up here, I just cut these out of the lookbook, and then I taped them up there so I remember which colors are which. And it's not always important that I know the name, but sometimes because I tend to gravitate towards certain colors, I'm sure like you do. But sometimes when I'm trying to do a little different look, I'm like, oh, which color is that I want to try? So this is the palette, and this is the Pro palette. This is the Pro palette. This is the not petite palette, perfect palette. There's the words. Too many words. And then the little guy, the perfect palette. So, which is, if you ask your consultant about the March specials, that is on there, which is where lots of mine have been flying off the shelf this week. So be sure to ask her about those. And then I have 2 more toolkit things I want to show you. One is super popular. You guys have all seen this. This is our travel roll up, so that you can keep this under your sink or on a shelf. And when you need it, you just grab it, hang it up on the towel bar in your bathroom or your hotel or wherever you're going. Each of these rips off, so you can just take one in if you need it or to spread them out through your suitcase. This is skincare, glamour, and then body care. And then mine has like toothpaste and hair care and stuff in it like that. Everybody loves these. These make amazing. This would be a perfect Easter basket for those teens that you're like, oh, she might be a little over that. Also graduation gifts, great ideas for this. So this is the travel roll up, and love, just it's so easy. And if you are traveling for a bigger trip and you're packing a suitcase, you can take those 4 pieces off and snuggle them in wherever they are on their suitcase. So I do have one more toolkit that I can't help but but share a little bit about today, because if you haven't seen already, Mary Kay is offering a very, very, very special offer for none other than this starter kit. And this is the bag that could change your life. And so I just want to take a few minutes before you leave here today to say, if you want to know more about any of those products that I shared with you in the toolkit, or want to book your own party with your consultant, tag her below and let her know you want to know how to use the tools that you have. Maybe you, and you're like, hey, I got this and I never use it, or you would like to use the tools and learn how. You can find out from her. You can even find out how to get them free. But prior to my Mary Kay journey, I was young in my Mary Kay career, and I worked for a telecommunications company with a background in business and marketing. And I loved what I did, totally loved what I did, thought I had my dream job, checked all the boxes. But what I didn't plan on was not getting paid all the money that I wanted, and the politics involved in working in corporate America. So when I went to my first Mary Kay party and I fell in love with the products, while the idea of a makeup skincare business did not intrigue me, that whole business idea, the idea of empowering people and connecting with other like-minded people, and the philosophy and the community and tribe of women just felt so good that I wanted something more in my life. So I made a decision that day that I didn't think was really a big decision at that time. And it was just another thing in my life. And by big decision back then, it was $100 decision. Today, this month in Mary Kay, it's a $10 decision, ladies. And that decision, what I thought I was getting was the ability to get an awesome discount on a product I loved, the ability to make a little extra money off of on the side, right? I mean, to pay off my college debt back then and be able to travel for fun tropical vacations. And I thought I was going to be around positive people who made me feel good about myself, because I didn't really love myself very much compared myself to a lot of other people at the time. Those three things were really good. And if that's all I would have ever gotten out of this amazing little starter kit, that would have been great. And I would have been completely grateful. However, when I allowed myself to knock down those walls of fear and comparison, and was willing to step out and and share Mary Kay and what it had, I found so much more in this beautiful starter kit. Every time I would go to an event, women were so positive and so encouraging. And I found out that Mary Kay wasn't just about pink Cadillacs, and it wasn't just for moms or grandmas and mature women, because I think a lot of people even still have that preconception. It was actually for college students, stay-at-home moms, women who just wanted something more, wanted some happiness. And what I discovered was I really just didn't know about what Mary Kay was really all about. And once I showed up and started learning, I discovered it was so much more than I ever dreamt. I discovered women of every generation finding success and happiness in Mary Kay. And they're driving free cars from ages 18 to 80. And you can too. And there's just a sisterhood that comes with our community, whether they're empty nesters or college students, they're just finding that missing piece of the puzzle. And I really believe it's because of the culture and creativity and the diversity of women. That is why so many people are drawn to this. And this organization has become so focused on helping individuals become better versions of themselves. And all of the consultants that are in this group are a testimony to that. So Mary Kay can give you the ability to create financial independence for yourself, for your family. It can give you friends who believe in you and are mentally healthy and emotionally stable. It allows you to put your faith first, your career second, and faith first, family second, career third, and the ability to help women regain their confidence and walk through their own strengths and talents. So it can just be so much more. And I know you came here to learn about the Mary Kay tools today, but when Mary Kay announced that the Mary Kay career opportunity was available for just $10, now I'm holding up this bag because this is what's called the starter kit. Not everybody decides to join with the starter kit. And if you join for just $10, you get an online e-version of Mary Kay, or you can upgrade your e-start to the actual starter kit. So I just want to have that one little clarification. So when you're asking your consultant, so that there's not different, you're like, what? Heidi said this. So I am an open book. I don't want anybody to think, oh, I lured you in and you didn't get the bag. So anyway, so that being said, I just want to encourage you to ask your consultant some more details about our $10 starter kit this month. And you can enjoy a great discount. You can enjoy great products. It's super easy to share with your family and friends. We don't have any quotas. You can work anywhere in the United States, and you're never going to hear me saying you have to have so many parties and do this stuff. You can be a super savvy shopper and enjoy the products and share them with your friends and family. It could be a fun side hustle where you can, maybe you have enough money to pay an extra trumpet lesson or travel basketball or pedicures each month. You get to decide. You truly get to decide. And I just want you to know that whether you have been thinking about it before or this is the first time you've ever thought about it, your consultant will absolutely walk down that path with you. So here's an invitation from me to come hang out with us. Whether you hang out with us in Zoom or in person, Mary Kay is an amazing business that could make a difference in your life, and the products speak for themselves. So whether you are a customer, because we love our customers, or a hostess, because that's the greatest compliment you can give your consultant, is to share us with your family and friends, or decide to join our team. There is a place for you here. And who knows, maybe March is going to be your lucky month and being the luck of the Irish. And it's lucky all month long, not even just on the 17th. We're good all month long. So that is everything I have. I am going to jump here and see in the chat if there's anything that I need to see or say. Oh, Geraldine was here. Hey, Geraldine. I'm glad you could join us. And you got your coffee and a notebook. Hope you learned a few things from me. You probably could have taught this class, Geraldine. I learned so much from you all the time. So I'm going to pause here. Mary Beth, is there anything you want to add, or anybody else? Did I miss anything in the comments on YouTube or here or wherever we're at that we need to answer? Or maybe I said something and didn't finish a sentence and left you guys all wondering.
No, that was fabulous, Heidi. Thank you. Thank you. Great
You're
information.
welcome.
Yeah, no, super good. And I don't see any questions over on YouTube either. So yeah.
Okay. I know this wasn't on the list to talk about, but I mean, I could not talk about this toolkit or, so.
Oh yeah, that's the best toolkit of all. For sure. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, I think I'll go ahead and stop the record and stop the stream, and we'll be back on Wednesday of next week with the eyes of March. And so you'll hear all about eye shapes and eye colors and eye products and how to make those eyes look fabulous.
And I'm going to say it's not too soon to pre-order and get your brush kit from your consultant today. So you would have this live when you're working and playing around with colors on Wednesday night. I mean,
great idea. Yeah, great idea. Well, I hope you don't get too buried in snow up there.
anywhere from like this much to a lot. So I'm good. I've got lots of fun things planned for myself.
Yay, 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 yay. Okay. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us, ladies. And we'll see you all next time.